Right, I'm going to do 12A and 12B together. Now, this question, 12A, is a little bit of a trick question, in a way. Right, what you need to think about, I'll tell you what, I'll read this first. The school is going to introduce an automatic registration system controlled by a computer. Students will carry a card which will be read automatically by an input device every session so that the school office will know they are present. Name a suitable input device to read this card. Now, don't simply put card reader, okay? Because there's 3 ways the card can be read. So, for example, cards have magnetic strip. So, the students could walk into the classroom, they could swipe the card. The next way the card can be read is read by a chip. Okay, so that chip can probably have a PIN number, or the card can simply be scanned by the chip. Okay, so as they walk in the classroom, they could just simply put the card on the reader and it could beep. Okay, so I would put either one of those. Magnetic strip card reader would be absolutely fine. Now, the next one is, instead of using this system, the school ICT teacher suggested using student fingerprints. Describe 2 advantages and 2 disadvantages of such a system. The advantages and disadvantages for this are quite simple. So imagine you're lining up outside your ICT classroom, and each one of you has to scan your fingerprint before you go in. That can be rather time consuming. So there's a disadvantage right there. And also an advantage is, for example, with the card, there's a possibility that someone could actually give their friend the card and say, scan me into that lesson. So then the student is actually present in a lesson when they're not. But with a fingerprint, that can't happen. So, because each fingerprint is unique. Another disadvantage could be the parents. The parents simply might not want their student's fingerprint read, okay, because they feel that they possibly feel that, it's a breach of privacy. And overall, what you need to think as well is cost. Okay, so for example, if you was to issue every student in the school with a card, some schools have 2,000 children. Okay, the card, each student will be issued with a card. That card costs money. Where with fingerprints, you already have them. So is all you would need is simply a couple of fingerprint plates, and then you can take the student's fingerprints. And of course, a student can't forget their fingerprint. So cards can be left at home, cards can be lost. Students lose their bags all the time. They had to go and find their bag before they could actually scan into a class.